I am 75 years old. Last month, I heard that specific tone in my daughter's voice, the one that sounds like she is talking to a child instead of her father. She wanted to talk about care facilities and safety. But at 75, I know that safety is often just a polite word for disappearing. I refused to become a ghost in a sterile hallway. I chose to stay. I kept my keys, my garden, and my dignity. I even helped my neighbor, Frank, do the same when he was days away from surrendering his front door forever. If you are not ready to be tucked away and forgotten, stay with me. I am going to show you how to remain the master of your own house and find a joy that no retirement home can ever provide. Those nursing home brochures promise you a life with no chores, no cooking, no cleaning, no worries. But here is the secret they do not want you to know. The moment you stop doing things for yourself, you start getting old fast. We have been told that after working hard our whole lives, we should just sit back and let someone else do everything. They tell us we deserve to be pampered. But I think they are wrong. When you stop cooking your own breakfast, you lose a little bit of your spark. When you stop worrying about the weeds in your garden, you lose a reason to get out of bed. Those small, everyday struggles, the ones we complain about, they are actually what keep us going. They keep our minds sharp and our hearts pumping. I decided to stay home because I would rather be tired at the end of the day in my own living room than bored out of my mind in a fancy facility. I do not want a life that is easy. I want a life that is mine. I want to decide when to eat, when to sleep, and what to fix. Because as long as I am making choices, I am still in the game. And that is a feeling no amount of safety can ever replace. I remember looking over at my neighbor Frank's house just a few months ago. It was quiet. Too quiet. Frank is 78, and after his wife passed away, the light in that house just seemed to go out. His kids were over there every weekend, but they were not visiting, they were sorting through his things, putting stickers on his furniture. They told him the yard was too much for him, that the house was a safety hazard. Frank would just sit on his porch, watching them pack his life into cardboard boxes. He looked like he had aged 10 years in a single month. I hated seeing him like that. So, one Tuesday afternoon, I grabbed 2 cold beers and walked over. We sat on his steps, and I did not sugarcoat it. I told him, Frank, if you let them put you in that facility, you are giving up your throne. You are trading your life for a meal plan. Is that how you want this to end? He told me he felt useless, like he was just in the way. That is the lie this society tells us when we get gray hair. So I suggested something small. I knew the young family across the street was struggling with their yard, and their little boy, Leo, was always trying to fix his broken bike on the sidewalk. I told Frank, do not do it for your kids. Do it for that boy. He needs someone with your hands to show him how things work. Something clicked. Frank started small, just fixing a lawnmower, then a bike. Then he started a tiny vegetable patch for the neighbors. Now, you should see him. He is out there every morning at 7 a.m. His back is still stiff, and I know his knees give him trouble, but he has a reason to put his boots on. Last week, his daughter came by and saw him up on a small stepladder, painting a birdhouse with Leo. She started to yell about falls and broken hips, but Frank just waved her off. He told her, "I would rather take the risk of falling off this ladder than the certainty of dying in a chair." He stayed. He is still in his home. And the best part, he is not a patient anymore. He is a teacher. He is a neighbor. He is still Frank. And that is what happens when you refuse to be managed and choose to be useful instead. You see, the reason Frank's eyes lit up again was not because he was safe. It was because he was finally the boss of his own day again. And that is the heart of it, is it not? We do not need someone to wrap us in bubble wrap and put us on a shelf. We need a reason to get up and put our boots on. There might come a day when a little extra help is necessary, and there is no shame in that. But there is a world of difference between accepting a helping hand and handing over the keys to your entire life. If you want to stay in your home, you have to stay in the game. Do not wait for your children to decide what is best for you. Start making your own plan. Fix that loose step. Install the grab bars in the bathroom before you actually need them. Show your family that you are not a problem to be solved, but the captain of a ship that is still sailing. And please, find your own version of Leo. Find someone who needs the wisdom only you have. As long as you are useful to another human being, you are untouchable. Age does not make us worthless. It just makes us the keepers of the stories that this world is starting to forget. I am going to stay right here, on this porch, as long as I am able. I will take the stairs, I will brew my own coffee, and I will keep making my own choices, even the stubborn ones. Because a life with a few risks is a lot better than a life with no choices at all. Thank you for sitting with me today. It means a lot to know I am not the only one who feels this way. If you are choosing to stay free, or if you have a story like Frank's, please tell me about it in the comments. I read every single one of them. Take care of yourselves. Keep your fire burning, and I will see you next time here on the porch.